Good evening. Is this a frequency in use? I see that it's not. This is K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Not looking really for emergency traffic. We've already been in here screaming. But if there is, call 911 and call us if you have to, and we'll help you get there, wherever your problem is. That may be broken at any time. For information on the net, though, you can go to YouTube right now and see the screen on my radio, the display, and you'll be able to see your signal strength compared to others, and you also able to hear other radios, other stations you may not otherwise hear. You can also go to 146, Facebook under Mount Juliet MJ Simplexton Net if you want to see me, which I'm not sure why you want to do that, but you may. Also, you can go to 146.415.net for information on Simplex. You can also go to groups.io. That's groups.India Oscar, and go to MJSS, put MJSS in their search block for information. It shows all our net information. You don't have to join the group, but we have almost 200 people in the group, and lots of people in there to answer questions regarding anything regarding radios. We got a lot of talent out there. You can also sell equipment, or you can buy equipment that gets posted. Excuse me. We did Saturday nights. Of course, tonight is Wednesday, and we'll be going on 146.415. That's Dodge 415, and then on FM, and then on to, we're going to do 446.415 tonight on FM, and then to 28.415 upper sideband, and then on to 223.415 FM. Purpose of this is to have fun. I'll just leave it at that. You can figure out how well your station works and figure out if you got any money to fix it if it's not doing as much as it can. Some of you that are on low elevation, even if you put up a 50-foot tower, it might not get you out of the woods very well. Also, of course, if you live in a homeowner, so forget about that tower. Also, announcements. I went through which nets we're doing tonight. We canceled the Simplexton net for Saturday just due to the high heat possibilities. I don't think we could take it. But we're planning on, at least temporarily or pending, perhaps doing a parks on the air, a little cooler outside in late summer or early fall. You might think that's a good idea. So any information somebody might be able to provide on that, we'll do it. Or at least we'll consider it. Also, there's the net. Don't forget about the net on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. on 28.415, same frequency we do. And that's he also Michael KM4YRF does that. He also moves on to FM on 10 meter. I think he's the only one who does an FM 10 meter net in I don't know anywhere. It's not in Tennessee, not in Middle Tennessee anyway. Not that I know, and I should know. Somebody would have told. And it's at 7:30 on Sunday nights. Be sure to be there. Any other announcements? Besides, and we got the breakfast on Saturday morning for those of you that either aren't doing field day or can go there before the. That's at Golden Corral, and that opens at 8 a.m. because that's what time the doors open. So if you all righty, we're going to be starting from the west, from people short on time, mobile, or first time tickets. KO4 MKD. There, I got two in there. KO4 MKD. Hold on one second there, Doug. And I got K4 VVA. I'll take Mike first.
You've been putting everybody else on that K4 VVA, Mike Hendersonville. Hope everybody's having a fine evening this evening, and hope everybody's staying cool.
Yeah, me too. I see the cloud cover kept us cooler than normal, so I hope it stays that way for the next 4 days.
Yeah, you and me both. Visit the field day. We're trying to make breakfast parties in the morning, but most of my Saturdays are spent with breakfast at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh boy, that's a real early. Yeah, well, I don't. I'm usually in bed by 5 o'clock in the morning, but no, it's Saturday. But no, it's nice for you. You normally get up that early, did you?
Yeah, well, we there's a group of us that meet about 5:30 for breakfast, and we kind of take care of the computer system for the group for the club. And if not, we just fiddle around and cut up and carry on, or program radios, or whatever we do. We're going to be getting ready for field day.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. How many of you get together for breakfast?
There's at least about a half dozen of us, so give or take.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, that's really that's what's great about ham radio. You get a lot of active, interested people getting together who have similar interests, and it makes for fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Before the arthritis said I used to be the climber in the club, and now they won't have to climb no more. So it kind of fights them to stand there on the ground and look up.
Well, it's the safest thing for you, and if you fell, it'd be the safest thing for those on the ground.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know where they're coming from, and I know, I don't want to fall myself, so I see where they're going, but it's still a fight to stand there and look up and see somebody else doing climbing.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way, but I never really climbed towers. Never was in that position. I have climbed a tower, but no, my getting it. I'll be 75 this month, and I shouldn't be climbing anything. Maybe a step ladder.
Paul, I'll go ahead and give it back to you and let someone else speak, and we'll say 7-3-8. And hope everybody has a fine evening. Over you.
Very good. That was Mike. He's in Hendersonville, Kilo 4 Victor Victor Alpha. Doug, I hear you in there. Good signal.
Well, good evening, Paul. Hope everybody's doing well on your end of the world. I've been working today helping a buddy put in a new awning, a roll-up awning on his camper, and been working on the trailer, finalizing all the details. For field day, I'm really looking forward to the heat, and I don't know, it could be my demise.
I don't think your trailer got any air conditioning, did it?
No air conditioning. I have a couple of big fans that blow a lot of air through there, but I plan on putting air in it at some point, but right now I just don't have time. But anyway, I just wanted to check in. I don't have a lot of time tonight. I got to go get a shower because I smell funny, and have some food and go to take a nap.
Very good. Anything else for the net? Sounds like you got your hands full for the field day, though.
Yeah, we're going to be down at the fairgrounds in Springfield. If anybody wants to come by and stick their head in the door and say, "Hey, what are you guys doing out here sweating yourself to death?" We'll be glad to see you. So I'll turn it back to you. That's all I got. KO4MKD.
Very good. That's Doug. He's going to be at these. So there's one place you can stop for sure. If you're not operating here, I mean somewhere else, you can always go there, and I'm sure they can show you either how it's done or help you out or help them operate. Who else is short on time? Hey, stranger, what's going on?
Not much. I apologize for being early, but I'm at a particular location, and I just want to take a minute to check in because I haven't answered the rest. So KO4OK,
Hey, you didn't mention I just remembered as you were talking that somebody told me that you took first prize in the recent competition down there in Orlando.
Well, yes, that's true. I took category, but I also just took first place in Orlando also. So I had 4 overall so far this year. So I'm working hard on it.
That's awesome. How come it didn't make the papers?
Yeah, you might not subscribe to the right. But yeah, all I did, I took overall champion in Atlanta in my category gold, and then silver, which is the younger category, and the same thing for overall champion. So, yeah, I'm pretty tickled, and I really don't want to tie up the nap because I'm here early. I know I'm get on. I just want to say hello. I think the world thinks yeah, just to have I have started treatment, and all that's going well. And what I'm going to leave is, anybody wants to hear about it, I'm happy to talk about it. But anyway, Paul, I'm out of here. This is KO4OKD, and I'll be clear on this one.
Very good. That was Roy. I don't think he's in Madison. Normally is. It's Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. Yeah, he won some really big dance competitions, which is pretty cool. Let's see what's next. Oh yeah, well, anybody else? All right, we'll move right over to starting from the west. Please come now.
IOV, Jackson Donaldson.
Which dance are you doing tonight?
Doing the chicken dance.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the St. Vitus dance.
The funky chicken.
Don't make me laugh. Well, anything good going on over at your school?
No, everything's the same. Everything's copacetic.
Ah, very good. Very good. Anything else for the net?
No, that's it. Thanks for doing it. I'll see you on the next one.
Very good. That was Jack. He's in Donaldson. Kilo Gulf 4, India, Lima, Victor. He's the urban farmer. Who else is west? Anybody else west?
KC14.
Hey, Charles. It was a nice today. A nice today, wasn't it? It wasn't too hot, even in Nashville.
I have no idea. I stayed on the cool side of the door all day.
Oh yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. No, I was expecting really hot weather today, and I noticed at the heat of the day in the late afternoon, it was still only 85 here in Montjulia.
Yeah, wasn't it kind of partly cloudy most of the day? Like I said, I stayed inside most of the day. I had a friend come by and we did a little computer work. I was trying to help him out on, but other than that, I just stayed inside all day. I didn't come out until this evening.
Yeah, I hear you. You kind of like the rabbits, man. They come into my yard when it gets dark.
Yeah, I got several of them little critters too. But anyway, Paul, thanks for being there. I'll let you get on with it. KC14. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. That was Charles. He's in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. In fact, I had a first yesterday. I had a raccoon in my backyard. We've had possums, skunks, groundhogs, and now a raccoon. I've never seen a raccoon here in the yard before. Anyway, who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
You mean Cud Victor Echo?
That's it. Yeah, I have no rabbits, but I have coyotes and I saw a fox last night. So I think that's why I mean rabbits.
Oh, wow. I've never seen a fox in our neighborhood, but you know them. They could be out here at night. I wouldn't know it.
They are really good at not being seen, but not as good as the coyotes.
And they're really tiny animals.
This one was, I have cats as big as this thing.
That's what I'm saying. They're not very big animals at all. I mean, they're pretty fast and slinky.
There's of course different ones, but yeah, like the red fox, they could have this is, they don't get too big. I actually had a fox at one point. I had a pet fox briefly.
Oh, wow. You buy the Purina Fox Chow?
No, the keyboard was I had a pet fox briefly.
Yeah, first time I saw a fox, it's funny you brought that up. I was a kid and we were in the Adirondack Mountains. In the game, one of the state game people had caught one. I say caught. He had hit him with one of those darts, and was for whatever reason he relocated him or something. But he was in the trunk of a patrol vehicle, and he was carrying him back to who knows where. I was as fascinated as the first fox I ever saw.
Yeah, they're really cool. But yeah, I'll let you move on. KD4 TV.
Very good. That's Greg. He is in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else west? By the way, a big strong signal tonight. Not that everybody's that far away, but it's really good tonight. Anybody else south? Hey, Mr. Tony, you having a good Wednesday?
No, I blew up connection. I've discovered I cannot watch the basketball games in the NBA. Everybody needs to watch these girls. They know how to play ball. I can't watch ball games, can't have connection. I blew up. I crashed and burned.
Yeah, well, I've done that a couple of times recently. It's really funny. I don't even get upset anymore, but you really have to twist your mind on that to see which in I don't know what the right word is, which the right tone. I can't get the right word because a word can have multiple meanings under different things, and to put them together sometimes is a challenge.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, and you saw that one they had, I don't know, a week or so ago, where it was all movie titles. I didn't even have, I mean, well, I can't say I didn't have a clue. I had a whole bunch of clues, but screw that.
No, I had the same difficulty because I've never been a giant movie fan that I would memorize all those, and they weren't all common movies that I was familiar with.
Well, I recognized most of the titles. I mean, I knew what they were, but okay, anyway. And for folks listening that have no idea what we're talking about, they have no idea what we're talking about. Anyway, but no, that's good.
No, it's a recovery day.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
No, really, that smartwatch I wear, it says that, if I do a particularly hard workout, which isn't all that common that I go crazy, but it'll say, you're going to, it more or less says, you're going to probably need 12 hours before you, or 24 hours before you do something else that bad.
Well, yeah, but if I'm not careful, I can let that recovery get away with me.
Persevere and jump in there, and I'm going to be back on the machines later after the net, so that's what I got to look forward to. Anything else for the net?
I think that's enough.
All right, very good. That was Tony. He's in Smyrna with a big signal. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Who else is west or south?
Kilo Echo 4 on the air.
I got two in there. Mike, hold on one second. I had Larry. Larry, your signal is outrageously good tonight.
That's good to use for a change. I'll let you go with it, Paul. KE4, that's lovely.
Very good. Larry often has a kind of a noisy signal to him, maybe because he's in Rockville and ultimately, but tonight it's really good. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor Larry in Rockville. I heard Mike. It is Mike Delta. It's Kilo for Mike Delta Zulu, right? I didn't think well on my feet there, Mike. I was trying to remember what the prefix was, and I couldn't think of it. Oh, I know. Hey, by the way, I saw, if I didn't, funny you jumped in out the race car driver. Is it Willie Riggs? Is that the right name? Riggs. Well, he did a number. He raced in England for a while. He did some NASCAR, and he finally qualified for the IndyCar race, and he was the first black man to do it. It was just interesting. It was a very interesting video. I'll send you the link for that video. If you, I'm sure you can get on Tubi.
If you send it to me, I'll check it out. Are you going to be doing anything for field day?
If I do, it's going to be either from home or I'm going to go to the Wilson County one, probably the closest one. If I do anything, we're going to do the one for the Simplex net, but we figured that proposed 99-degree temperatures were too much for us oldsters.
Well, that's why I'm going to take my satellite gear and do like I've done in the past and go at night and just stay up during the night and see if I can talk to one of the astronauts again. But it's usually a good time against them. One of their passes will be around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow. Yeah, very good. That's cool. You can usually catch those, well, if from the space station. I'm trying to remember because I have, but I've never talked to him.
I have, and we did that for field day with the club last year or the year before. I forget this, but they got really excited. It was fun, and the guy that was up there that I thought was been a couple of years, Kel Lundgren, I believe it was. He was so excited to talk to the week before the night of field day. It was so neat, and he took his time with everybody, and people weren't jumping over each other. It was really fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. They were pretty excited about it.
Well, back to net, that's all I've got. I'm going to try and go out there. I plan to go out contact we can make with some of the Amtrak stuff.
Very good. That was Mike. November 1, Mike Delta Zulu. Mike Delta. No, that's not right. I've even got that wrong. It's Mike Delta Juliet, isn't it? Yeah, I even written that down wrong. I knew it looked wrong. Anyway, there was November 1, Mike Delta Juliet. That's Mike, and he's here in Mount Juliet, a couple of miles east of me. Who else is Sal?
Kilo India 4, November Delta, November.
Hey, David. Well, your signal is as good as it's ever been, man. Tonight's a good night.
Okay, sounds good. And yours as well. Good evening, everybody on the net. Mr. Paul, and say called
like the mall or something.
If you hurry up, you could probably put something together for inside the mall. I'm sure there'd be a whole lot show up for sure.
Yeah, decided that it was because out there where that field we were going to be in was a real scorcher.
Oh, I totally understand. Very wise decision. I'm a field day event. I guess it's in 2013 or 14, and one of the there had a heat stroke. So it was a rude awakening for sure. But he did survive, and it was it woke a whole bunch of us up. So I think it's probably a wise decision on you guys' part. So I appreciate what you do, sir. And demonstrating everybody on the net. KI4ND, and back to you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, David, I was even thinking about challenging people in the club in general to either get out to a local a local club or whoever's doing the field day, or if they're not doing that from the house, try to challenge everybody to do about 10 QSOs if you're not being, going to be a 24-hour field day, but to do 10 QSOs, just do that.
Absolutely. Very on, sir. Thank you. KI4ND.
Very good. That's David. He's in Reedyville, Kilo India for November, Delta November. Who else is south? All righty, then south or east? South or east?
Okay, I'm calling you.
Hello, Stan. You survived the warm day today, did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I stayed inside. That's why. It's a holiday. I'm on vacation. Even though I'm retired, it's still a holiday. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Not funny. It's just interesting that it's hard for me to imagine in today's world that was the first time they realized that the slaves were free, and that they had to, whoever it was from the, I guess some party of the Union soldiers were down there, way down in southern Texas, telling them about it.
Yeah, they can all kind of stuff work about it. I don't have any comments on it.
Very good. Well, it's nice to have another holiday, but I don't need any more holidays. In fact, it is a federal holiday anyway. Anyway, that was Stan. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who's out? Who else is east?
Comment.
Go ahead, Greg.
When the jet passes over, I do have a couple Juneteenth like ribbons if anybody needs.
No, I'm not going to be out in public today, so I don't think it's necessary. What was that? Man, that jet was coming low over your house.
Could you hear that?
Man, I thought he was going to land out in your yard or something.
Yeah, when they're taking off to the south, runway 20, and then take a left, they come right over my neighborhood, and he was pretty low there.
Oh, that's lower. Well, I can hear a lot of the. I've told you, a lot of the jets out of Nashville, and they circle around either in whichever, if they're coming in from the north approach, sometimes they'll search from the 7,000 or 8,000 feet, so I can hear them, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, he was probably 2,000 feet.
I'll bet. Yeah, it sounded like I don't think your microphone's that good if he was any higher than that.
No, but I can tell you're going to be able to hear that one. Anyway, yeah, some people don't like it, but I love it. I love it. So I don't mind it.
Yeah, I get it. Very good. Again, that was Greg there in Antioch. Who else is, and in fact, a jet was flying right overhead. Who else is west or south? West or south? Or east?
WAPLA.
All right, Philip. You doing the thing over there in Wilson County, Ham, at the field day?
Oh, I expect I will. I'll probably split my time between Macon County and Wilson County. I've got my team from Macon County, so I'll spend some time there, and then, of course, I'll probably spend the rest of the evening here in Wilson County.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, field day is always nice because there's a lot of people on the air, so it makes being on the radio, at least listening even, it's fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Anything good for the net?
Nothing for the net. I just put a cracker in my mouth, and I timed it wrong, so nothing for the net. WAPLA.
There's Philip. He is in Tucker's Crossroads. It's Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha. East. All right, then east or north?
KV9 RK6.
Yeah, there was 2 in there, but Frank won. What's up, Frank?
Hey, good evening, Paul. You're right about the weather. The cloudiness did help.
Oh, I was actually very surprised that the cloud cover really kept us insulated from it. It's annoying to me personally. And that sounds silly to say this, but if I wouldn't watch the news if my wife didn't have it on. Hear them talk about that heat dome. You'd think that we were in a stinking oven up in the national news. You'd think it was the biggest national emergency. Like, do people really need to be told it's hot or going to be hot? Because most people kind of know that when they stick their head out the window.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. Yeah, that's a whole other subject with all the goofy warnings you have to give people. But yeah, I mean, even medication warnings. My phone's going off with all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be out in that this weekend. So hopefully, I don't like cloudiness, but I'll take it over, 100 degrees in the shade.
Well, I all-weather guy. I don't care if it's sunny or cloudy or rainy, or it just doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, I guess I like the sun. I like the sunshine and kind of makes you want to be outside. It gets you tired if you spend too much time in it, but 70 and sunny, great. 95 and humid, and that it's we're gonna be in the field this year, so we'll see what happens. It's our first time at that location, but I think we got like 6 people signed up. That I mean, there's only 5 bands, but there's some people might be doing CW, some might be doing FT8. So we'll make room somehow as long as we don't step on each other. But more participants, great. The more participation, the better. It's just you can't have more than so many transmitters on at the same time. But I'm sure it will be fine. I'm just worried a little bit about some of the, myself included, as we're getting older. It's kind of hard, with the weather.
Oh, I know. I just thought of an ideal way to do that. You just develop a system where everybody, you could have several people on several common bands, and on the same band, and everybody's on. And you have to have synchronized beams so that whenever you turn them, everybody else is turned too.
Yeah, no, you really next to, but no, the club actually invested in some filters, band pass filters, to try to cut back on some of the harmonics, and then some guys going vertical. On HF, it doesn't make as big of a difference, but you just don't want to have, too many people. You got to watch out 15 and 80 and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I had never thought the club would do that, but it's a good idea. Anything else for that?
Nope, nothing. Just thanks for doing it, and I'll give it back over to you. KV9 RK.
Very good. That was Frank, and he is in Northwest Mount Juliet, right near between Nashville, Davidson County, and us. That's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is north?
4 July.
KG4. No, K. I messed that up. It's not KG4. It's KO4. What is? Give me your call again. I should know what it is, but I goofed it up.
Delta 4 Golf Oscar November.
Yeah, there you go. I had the Delta and I had the Oscar instead of the Delta in there. Sorry about that. How goes it, Danny?
Oh, it's going good. Just sitting here listening to the net.
Yeah. You been able to hear everybody?
No, not everybody. It's weird that I can hear some that's way out, and hear him. I've never been able to hear him hardly.
That seems funny because he's just east a couple miles of Lebanon.
I know it, and the guy you was just talking to, he was full scale.
Yeah, well, Frank's got a big signal, and he's northwest of me, closer to the lake.
Right. The guy in Rockville, he was probably 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. So you're able to ask. Yeah, the conditions are freaky sometimes, but you're here in Rockville up there in And there's, I mean, up there near Cottontown, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's weird how it works.
Yeah, yeah, me and Mike haven't quite figured that out because he'll hear things. Here we are, almost equidistant from somebody who's south or north, and he's got them full scale, and I can't hear.
Oh yeah, I've heard either one of y'all that might hear it be out in the west or something, and I'll have full scale on them almost.
Yeah, well, I think mostly it's terrain issues, but it's also just, conditions plus terrain, and I don't know how to do that math. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Danny?
Oh, that's it. I'll get you on the next one.
Very good. That's Danny, Kilo Delta 4 for November. Sorry for screwing up the call. Who else is north?
WB0
Hold on. Brent, got you in there. I got Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. I know you didn't want to sit out in the sun on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I was just telling my wife how disappointed I was that I wasn't going to be able to go out and come home medium rare.
Well, for anybody who's had, not that we would be sitting out in the sun, because I don't think we would have been sitting in the sun. We didn't have cover, but the sun is not your friend. I don't care how old you are. It's not your friend.
No, it isn't. Although I spent most of my lifetime sitting out in the sun, either on boats or in the beach or somewhere, and never thought a thing about it.
Yeah, for some people, though, that's dangerous, as you know.
Oh, yeah, any sense. Wouldn't do it if I was starting over.
No, I have time out in the sun when I was in the Navy, and that it wasn't good because the first time I got really heavy exposure was down. We were doing some practicing gun shoots out in the Caribbean there near Diego. I forget what it's called. There's a gun range down there. It used to be in Puerto Rico. There was a big political football down there. But anyway, because the Navy was using an occupied. So, but I was out up on the upper deck as a lookout, and in a t-shirt and a ball cap. And man, I still have scars on both my arms from sun poisoning.
Yeah, they actually used an occupied island as a gun range.
Yeah, they did. And there was occasions, crazy as it sounds, there was occasions that the ships would, by mistake, obviously, would lob it over the mountain, because there's both the little mountain islands kind of to the other side of the island, and it would kill somebody once in a while.
Oh man, I'm glad they didn't do that at Bikini.
Well, it is odd when you think to go down there and protest either in Puerto Rico or they go to the island. I forget which. All I remember is that when we were doing the gun shoots, I could see on the side of the island with the binoculars, they would drag cars up to the side of the hills and mountains and tanks, that kind of stuff. I don't know if they were all tanks. I just think I remember them as tanks. It's only been 65 years or whatever. And then they were used as targets for us to shoot with our guns, and a spotter would tell us, a guy who controlled, like the gun range officer would tell us what to do and what our next target was and that kind of stuff. One time we did hit the wrong island though.
Well, I was going to say, the protesters would have been fair game, but the locals probably you shouldn't have shot at. All right. Well, carry on.
Yeah, I'll have to get you the name of that island because I can't think of it right now. It's Culebra, Culebra. That's the name of Culebra Island, and I think it's just east of Puerto Rico, I think. And the island is occupied, and they were using it as a gun range forever. And like I said, there was big protests for many years, but the Navy's argument was, hey, we've been firing at this island for 40 or 50 years.
Well, maybe the people went there to pick up, I don't know, what are those ships? They're not lead, are they?
Well, no, the rounds that we were firing were just high explosives. They weren't lead, and they were in a steel enclosure. But and of course we saved the brass brass rounds, you know, the base of them, because those they used to be brass. I think they're all aluminum alloy now.
Yeah. Now the brass was on your end, though. It was the Islanders that got to get the explosives in the steel.
Yeah, they got the fragmentation or whatever. I don't even know what kind of rounds they fired then. I really don't know. Anyway, but usually they'd be high explosives, so you at least spot them. You know where they were. Very good. That was Mark. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar, and he is in Northwest Wilson. I got Brent in here now.
Hey, good evening, Paul. How you doing?
I am doing great. I didn't go outside today, although today was a nice day out there. You know, if you go outside like this morning, if you're outside after midnight at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, it is absolutely delightful outside.
I'm going to have to try that one. Hey, Paul, when you're firing some of those shells, weren't you powder packs and just ramming them?
They actually were, let me see if I can remember what they looked like. Well, they looked like they 22 or a 38 or a 40 or a 45. It looks like a giant 45 caliber, a round, I mean, not the round, but the cartridge, because it's all it is about a 38 or 40 pound full of powder. And that's what's used. And that's electrically lit inside the chamber of the gun. And the projectile goes in first, and you slide the powder keg in right behind it. That's what they call them, as powder kegs. And like I said, it just looked like a giant 5-inch diameter piece of brass.
Yeah, I've watched them fire before, and they cut their charge for the distance. They come out they look like they're in canvas.
Actual bags. Those are bags for I'm not sure, the 9-inch maybe had those. I know the 16-inch had those. I was unfamiliar with those though, because all we had was the little baby 5-inch projectile.
Oh, okay. So you kind of like the Coast Guard.
Well, yeah, except the Coast Guard didn't have the firepower we did. I mean, we had 4 or 5-inch projectiles. I mean, 4 or 5-inch guns, two twin gun mounts, and they had a range of up from 9 to 13 miles. And like a friend, like my ex brother, he's passed away now, but he said to me when he saw a picture of my ship on the wall, he said, "Boy, those guns look awful small, man. What kind of damage can they do?" I said, "Well, when we were in Vietnam, we didn't get any."
Yeah, those guns do quite a bit of damage. I was watching videos the other night. I can't remember what the millimeter cannon was. It's on that C-130. It took the place of DC-3s or the C-47s, depending on what you want to call them. Off the Magic Dragon, it had the Gatling guns, and then it had that one cannon, and that was using those shells.
Yeah, that was those. I don't remember now. I know which one you're talking about. I could not. In fact, I didn't know that until within the last 10 years. I ran across that video, if it's the same video on YouTube, the one that had that Gatling gun, as well as that. I think it was either a 155 howitzer or it wasn't.
It was doing a lot of damage. That's all I know.
Well, I cannot imagine. I know what it felt like on our ship when we were firing those guns. And so in the noise, noise and the vibration, and it was a good vibration, let me tell you. I could not imagine how that was on an airplane to the crew.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be real good for the airframe at all. Yeah, I've got a nephew in the Air Force now. He's programmed to switch over to work on the D-10 Warthogs.
Oh, the aging Warthogs. They're still in the fleet, though.
Yeah, they got those. It's crazy too, because some people call Warthogs and other.
Technically, they're A-10s. That's what they ought to be called.
Yeah, they're still quite a plane. They took the place of the A-26, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I just know that I have seen videos of those A-10s on land attacks. Oh my gosh, can they splatter some things?
Absolutely. Well, Paul, I'll catch you on the next over on the 446. Call that one.
Very good. All right. Give me your call again, because I wrote it down wrong.
Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec.
Yeah, I got that. I got two. I I got the Kilo Echo 4 wrong. The Echo 4 I got wrong. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, memory's going bad, man. That's Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec, and that's Brenton. He's in Northwest Wilson. Who else is north? North or anywhere?
K4 IDC.
Well, that's anywhere. How you doing there? Keeping today was a nice day, wasn't it?
Not bad. I was out and about till about 1 o'clock, and then I came in the shack. Stayed here till about 6, and I don't regret that. Then I went back out and did some more stuff outside.
No, really, it's really nice in the evening. That's what I was saying earlier. But being out early in the morning, it's really nice outside. It just feels like a nice day, you know.
Oh yeah. Drove to work yesterday morning with windows down.
Oh, I believe it. A lot of people, more people need to do that, you know. Anyway, anything good for the net?
Working on a Centurion, a Tech Centurion linear amp. If anybody has a single 3-500Z tube they want to part with, I would consider acquiring it.
3-502. Well, I would suggest you post that to the group and see if anybody's got one.
I can do that.
Yeah, that'd be the best way, because you never know what people got laying around. Man, you ought to ask Eddie if you can get a hold of him. Yeah, really, I bet he's got 4 of them. No, I don't know that. I just. Very good. How old is that? How old is that amp?
I don't know. I'd say it's probably 80 or so. It has vernier drive on the low confuse control. It's pretty nice. 160/10, and it has the 10-meter filter module in it. So it'll do 10 meters, and it'll do legal limit all.
Wow. And so you've got it doesn't come with excuse me. It doesn't come with the tuner on it, does it?
No, it's just the output.
No, so you really got to. You've been talking to Wes, haven't you?
Well, I'm not a trap phobe.
Anyway, use a resident antenna out there trimming wires, man.
Right, make it work.
Hey, it's true though. I mean, it really is true. If you don't have to go crazy. I mean, you can. Even then, you've got a somewhat of a latitude on that center frequency.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, night amplifier is in really good condition, other than the fact that it needs a tube.
The tubes really aren't available.
Oh, they're available. You know, typically you want to buy them in pairs.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I just wonder how much do they normally run? Remember?
Single one probably sets you back about $300, 250, 300. Get a pair for between 5 and 6.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, nobody ever said this was a cheap hobby.
That's right. Well, you know, if I didn't have a nice solid state amp that also covers 6 meters, I would probably keep this amplifier myself. That is not the case.
Oh, you got a legal limit on solid state?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Well, you can really burn up your single band antenna.
That's right. 160/6 legal limit, and it follows the radio.
If anybody knows of any 3-500 tubes, amplifier tubes, let him know. He's going to post it on the group anyway. Who else is any place anywhere? No place. Okay, we got Lolly. Lolly. Wait a minute, who was that? I heard somebody in there. Who was?
Jay West today.
Ah, man, you didn't show up last net when I called for that. I was disappointed.
Over the weekend, I had surgery Friday, and so I was kind of just laid back doing everything else.
Well, I hope it wasn't anything serious, and I hope it worked out well.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad. It's a little bit of outpatient stuff, but something I had to get done.
Yeah, well, normally, if it's optional, I'm not going to do it anyway. If it's not going to affect my general health, I don't care.
I've been putting it off about 20 years, and it finally flared up on me. I said, "Yeah, I got to do this now."
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid surgeries. You know what I'm saying?
Hoping I'm done with them.
Well, that's the problem. You just never know.
Never know. You get you got that Comet Tribander, that 333?
Yes.
Mine showed up yesterday, and I got it up in the air today, but not very high because I can't lift anything. So it's only 16 foot at the base plus the antenna right now. So we'll have to try it out tonight on the 223 band.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll do fine because your elevation to me is decent. You know, I mean, it's not really a problem even at that elevation. I don't think.
How's that antenna do on 2 meter for you?
Oh, it's killing me. You've got a really good signal tonight.
No, I'm still on my old vertical up on top of the house.
Well, you're doing about 30 over.
Well, yeah. So I'm going to put a switch in and flip it back and forth next net. See how it does on 2 meter. All right, we'll carry on there. I got nothing else. K1SPD.
Scott, just for like information stuff, because I was a little surprised. I have my other radio, the Kenwood tri-band or dual band I have here, which I'm not using tonight, but it has the 220 receive. I switched it over to 220 receive, and I had it on my X700, and on the other radio I had, on the 220 with that Comet. That was awful receive on that X700 on 220. It's just awful, and because it's not tuned for 220. I would have thought it would, big enough to receive and do something, but it was just not good.
You would think being right in the middle between the two, and I guess that's just how it works.
Well, really, it's just not, it just does not resonate on 220 well. I mean, I've used it for commercial radio, but then they've got a ton of power. I've used it for some of the local FM stations, and it works for 220. Anyway, I guess if it was a 220 repeater, I'd probably hear it just fine. Anyway, that was Scott, Kilo 1, Sierra, Papa Delta, and he's in Laverne. Who else is any place, anywhere, including the lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, and let's see, what do we got? We're going to leave in tonight. We're going to leave moon landing deniers and the what was the other one? Oh yeah, the flat earthers. Flat Earther Society net, I think we have in the future. All right, very good. We had 19 there tonight. I'm going to jump right over to 446, 415, unless I hear a complaint. All righty, 446, 415. All righty, here we are on 446, 415. This is K4PW looking for check-ins on this frequency. K4PW. Please come now from the, where was I this morning? Or it's early this morning. From the west, please come now. Anybody out from the west?
KG4 ILV.
All right, had a break. That was Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and I heard a breaker in there from Cudville. Was that Kilo Golf 4, Kilo Delta 4, excuse me. Charlie Victor Echo. I did hear you in there, right, Greg? Still got that hum on 440, man. Not bad, just a hum. Who else is west?
KC4 THQ.
You got no hum and you got a big audio there, Charles.
You say I had a hum on my signal?
No, I said no hum, and I can hear birds in the background. So you got a good audio, good. I don't know if you got a window open or you got birds in the house.
And I probably hear my air conditioner and the TV in the background going, but yeah, good signal. You got a real good signal tonight.
Yeah, it's good conditions, both 2 meter and 70 centimeter. Anyway, it's Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November Quebec. Who else is west? Going once, going twice, 3 times for the south. Can't hear anybody. Anybody hear anybody? I can't. All right, over to the east. All right. Nobody east. We'll go north then. I just heard a break there. Who was that?
I heard the other band. I thought somebody else was in there. Katie Ford Joanne.
All right, KD4GON. That's Danny up in Henderson, not Hendersonville, but he's near Cottontown. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Else north? All right, got Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Frank here. Well, here it's northwest, kind of mostly in Mount Juliet. Did I hear somebody else in there too?
WB0NO.
Boy, Frank just covered you up, man. I'd be embarrassed.
I'll get it.
Somebody else is in there too. That, by the way, that was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Who else was in there? Go ahead, recheck. Recheck, go ahead.
Does this sound any better? I'll say something away. Carry on. Over to you.
No, there's no hum, but it's worse. I mean, it's a lower signal, lower audio. No big deal. I could hear you before. I would just a little bit. You know how it's annoying to hear. I say annoying. It's just it shouldn't be there. You just got to hum it. Who else is anywhere? Any place anywhere? Very good. We got Brent in there from Northwest Wilson, Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec. How are you copying people on 70 centimeter?
Actually, I'm hearing quite a few of them.
Yeah, it's good propagation tonight. Was there somebody else in there besides Brent?
Yeah, you want to
Oh yeah, great signal out of Laverne there, Sky. You sound good.
dawned on me that this little 220 radio has 70 centimeter on it. Took me a minute to get up there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, very good. Now you sound good. That's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Who else is any place anywhere? Very good. Good to have you in there, Tony. Kilo Foxtrot 4 Kilo Foxtrot Quebec KF4. Yeah, that's what I say it so often. I forget what the letters are. Anyway, that's Tony in Smyrna with a good signal. Who else is any place? All right, we're going to stop there at 11. I had a early check-in on both 2 meters and 70 centimeters. All right, we're going to go right over to 28.415. We'll see you there. K4PEW. All right, this K4PEW on 28.415. Looking for check-ins from the north. No, excuse me, from the west. All right, not a good big signal, but I got you in there, Charles, KC4TNQ, over in West Nashville. That sounds pretty good to you, Jack. That was Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. How's my signal to you? Oh, awesome, very good. All right, anybody? I might try some stations on the week of Saturday on 10 meters. Who else is west? All right, very good. We've got Greg in there. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else? Anybody else on 28.415? All right, should wear, but Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. That's it's Danny in just near what do you call it? Near Cottontown. Boy, my memory's getting crazy. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else did I hear in there from the north? Ah, very good. Got a good signal out of Brent there in Northwest Wilson, Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec. Who else?
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo.
Ah, very good. We had a good signal out of Frank, of course. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. Who else? Oh, you were going to step all over Frank and you didn't do it, man. What kind of gentleman act is that? Pull up next to him with a mobile amp next to that. All right, that'll do it. That was Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar He is in Northwest Wilson. Who else? Is there anybody I can't hear that somebody else can hear? Ah, very good. Got you in there. Scott, that's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. He is in Laverne. Good read, but it's a little low on signal as it has been before. That's and again, it's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? I think we're done. I'll move over to 223.415. Unless I hear an objection. Does anybody copy anything I can't hear? All righty, we're moving over to, and I'm going to close down the Facebook feed, and I'm also going to close down the YouTube feed so we can go over to our secret channel over on 223.415. That's how secret it is. We publish it because I don't think there's anybody ever checked in besides us on that frequency. All right, we'll see you then. Appreciate you being there. K4PW.